Hey everybody, I'm all by myself. Amanda's finishing her lunch. Danny's coming. He's just
I'm on
having
my
a
way.
hard time. He's on his way. So in a minute, we're going to have Freedom Makers sitting over here.
There's only over 12 people here.
Do what?
Okay.
No, we don't have 12 people. It was 12 o'clock.
Oh, okay. I thought you said there were 12 people on here that I needed to come on.
All right, Jedediah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Saddle Ridge. Jedediah thinks like that.
He
hears
does.
Only pieces.
He hears only pieces and bits of everything.
Yes.
Or bits and pieces. Which way is it?
Hey, Jeremy and Brenda and Daryl and Music Well and Tammy. So, what's going on today?
Well, I've been in town all morning.
Which means?
I'm way behind on my work.
And you want to?
I want to build a wall.
Y'all, he has been on me all day. We had to go to town and do some things, and he just wants to build a wall.
I want to build a wall.
He is.
I didn't get to do it yesterday.
Because it rained all
Because it rained. We got like 3.5 inches of rain yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So today I am ready to build a wall.
Yes, he wants to build a wall. And so when I said, okay, we've got a live stream, he goes, but I want to build a wall.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm never going to get the wall built today, I don't think.
Well, you said you could set up lights.
I'll probably have to work way up into the night. But I will eventually get it done.
Huckleberry says build that wall.
I'm going to build that wall.
And why are you building a wall? They might want to know what kind of wall you're building. We forgot.
It's the last wall on my barn to build, and I'm ready to build the wall.
Tam I am says build that wall, Mr. Danny.
I'm going to build the wall. It's a tall wall.
We're going to sound like Dr. Seuss before long.
A wall I want to build. A wall I do. I do want to build a wall.
A tall wall.
A tall wall at that. I'm the man with the hat.
Y'all, it's kind of one of those. But anyway, this is the last wall for the barn. And you've got this concrete.
Oh, the concrete's all poured. The blocks are all laid. I got to fill the blocks with concrete today. I filled the ones with the anchor bolts in them.
Yeah.
I just got to go back and fill the other holes that don't have the anchor bolts. And that way I don't have to wait for them to dry, because the ones I poured 2 days ago were already dry. And I can go ahead and put my plates on and bolt them down. And I'll be ready to roll. We're putting up the studs and cutting in my lathing and stuff like that. And then I'll be ready to put the house wrap on. And we can order the metal.
Who will fund the wall?
Yes, please.
Fund the
Somebody,
wall.
please fund the wall. We're having
to fund it ourselves.
I'm having to do it in little pieces along as I go, because it's all the money I have. But
we need to build a wall fund.
We need to build a wall fund. Yes. Where is our mentor in here at?
She's still eating. She's finished.
How much does it take to fill her up?
A lot.
Evidently.
Not really.
Okay.
She'll be here in a minute.
All right.
But no, really, he's on the last wall.
I am.
He's going to have the studs up. We don't have the metal, but we're going to have house wrap by tonight, hopefully.
Hopefully. It'll be sometime tonight. It might be late tonight.
Make the neighbors fund the wall. Brian just left.
Actually, one of the neighbors just left like 3 minutes ago. That's the reason I was late getting in here, because I was going over some details with them on a business deal that we have going. So, and this, y'all, is Ms. Amanda from Freedom Makers.
Yes.
She's going to be joining us from southwestern Arkansas. We teleported her in here.
Do I have a special place where I buy canning jars? Usually Walmart. We've ordered some online, and we have bought some from Fred's, but Fred's carries Golden Harvest, I believe, and we usually use mainly Ball or what's the other one? Ball, Kerr, and I can't remember. There's like 3 or 4.
Make the neighbors fund the wall.
Love that, Roy. I like that.
Build it in a storm. Build it when it's warm. He'll build the wall in the sun. He'll build the wall. It will be fun.
That's right. Yes.
We told you we're going to get into Dr. Seuss. That's just really crazy.
Yes.
So, mainly Danny's building a wall.
Yeah, I got to get my cows moved.
Yeah.
Then we went to town today. I said I need to check on getting some hay. Went to town today, and they had like 100 rolls of hay last week. I went today because my tractor's been gone for the last 2 weeks getting work done on it. They brought it back so I could unload it off of the trailer or the house or whatever. I mean, the truck. And when I got to town, there's no hay. It's all gone, and they told me they didn't know when they could get any more.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Shay.
And
it is long. I might let Nikki cut it long here.
Romy Joseph is a pastor in the remote tribal villages in South India. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, yes, Romy.
Yes, that is so good.
Thank you for your work there, though.
I think it's Ronnie, R-O-N-E-Y.
It's Ronnie. We got a family name like that.
Yeah, my daughter is married to a Ronnie. Got hold of 200 cinder blocks. Your thoughts on raised beds using the holes for
pollinator plants. I think it's a good idea if you can keep the fire ants out of them.
If you don't have fire ants, yes.
Well, she's gonna have fire ants.
Yeah, she's not far from us.
No, she's not that far from us. I can't wait to meet this lady. I'm just dying to meet her.
Yeah, Denise is going to be coming to the gathering, and so today I've got things I need to show right quick.
Oh, please do.
For the gathering. Well, actually, this one's not for the gathering, but
this is our new kit we got.
Miss Jody sent me this. It's a medical kit. She was watching the live stream when we were talking about medical kits, and so she packed up a box full of all kinds of stuff. I didn't show you everything that's in it, but the box is full. And so thank you, Jody, for sending the medical kit. One other thing we got for the gathering, this is going to be a raffle. It's a food saver, a vacuum sealer with 3 rolls of what do you call it? The bags, sealer bags.
Sealer bags, yeah.
And some underneath, you can't see it, but there is some mylar in there too. So all that will be a raffle, one big raffle at the gathering.
Oh, so you see, if you don't come to the gathering, you don't get a chance to get this thing. And plus, that's not the only thing. We have many other things.
We have an Excalibur dehydrator
that's going to be. Excalibur.
Yeah, it's 9-tray.
9-tray Excalibur.
And it has the see-through door, I believe. If I remember correctly, it's a see-through door. It's awesome.
That's the nice one.
It looks awesome. And it's probably going to be a raffle, I believe.
We've got lots of seeds. It's going to be given away from our new. No, take that off.
There we go.
Look at here. Hall's Tool has generously supplied seeds for the gathering, and they will be distributed out through probably through a drawing or something.
Thank you.
They will probably be giveaways. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set these seeds up in different packages as giveaways, so it might be several. And those big things in the back, there's like 12 of those. So those big brown bags, there's 12 of those, and there's probably thousands on top of thousands of seeds in each one of those. And so if we have to, I may have to help repacking some of that.
Yeah.
And then the others is all every variety that Hall's Tool sells. They sent us seeds, and we are an affiliate now. And the link, Hall's Tool link, is in the description of our videos. So guys, go check them out if you're in the seed buying. I don't know if they have like a handheld catalog. I've not asked.
I think you got to go online.
But
look
online
at hallstool.com and
our affiliate down.
Our affiliate down below in the links. I have problems with that. Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Denise says she's getting blisters on her fingers from packing about 100 bags of bay leaves. I just want one of the bay trees.
She's bringing us one if she can.
Because I watched Luke, M.I. Gardner, this morning had up about how to grow those trees.
Really?
Yeah.
So you know how now?
Well, they really grow in a dry, arid climate, but it's going to be a little bit. I think I can do it.
We can make that happen, maybe.
If not, Denise can show me how.
What types of accommodations are available during the gathering? Paula, there will be each hotel in town. One of them is America's Best, is getting close to full. They were offered a discount, but Sherry at Two Families said, and you'll have to ask Sherry, she's not in here right now, but she found it online at even a more discount. You know how these places like, what's it called? These discount places. These discount places online.
Like Travel Advisor.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
She did find it, but there's America's Best. Is there a Best Western? and a Hampton Inn, I believe.
Yeah. She said my tree's already trying to take hold.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know what it's trying to take hold of, but it's trying to take hold.
It's trying to make roots.
Make roots.
Yes.
Lauralee, you can email me at amanda@myfreedommakers.com and we can talk about that.
Yeah. And is the gathering? No, the gathering is in March the 9th here in Wiggins, Mississippi. It's going to be at the Stone County Fairgrounds, so make sure you are in Stone County. There is another Wiggins in Mississippi if you pull it up, and it's like 3 hours away or something. So make sure you're Stone County. We're close to the Gulf Coast, and everybody is welcome. There is no charge.
Ronnie, the only issue we have is we can't ship seeds outside the United States.
Yes.
I'm guessing that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. Country Girl said it's orbits.com. That's where she booked her her place at America's Best. And so she's got hers. Check out orbits.com and America's Best Hotels in Wiggins, Mississippi.
We're going again, but ants tore up the last 2 gardens, and we will be good seeds to purchase. Okay. What would be good seeds to purchase that are easy to grow? Okay, Sherry, you could probably go over to Hoss Tools, and they tomatoes and peppers, some cucumbers. Those are usually some very easy seeds to grow. You don't have to worry.
How much room she has. Peas and beans are really usually easy.
Yeah, those are usually some pretty easy things to grow.
The first thing I ever grew was green beans.
Yeah, green beans are usually pretty easy.
Green beans do.
We failed at them last year, but they're usually pretty easy.
Yes.
Miss Jennifer from the Country Homestead Preacher is in here. I'm pretty sure that's her. Denise says the Hilton is filling up, been passing info to others, and they have booked there.
And your Jennifer said America's Best is the old Best
Western.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, this is another affiliate that we just started with. A lot of you live in areas where you have to garden on your patio, or you have limited backyard gardening or something like that, or you're in an apartment. The Green Stalk is a vertical planter. You can get the 3 or 5 tiers. Awesome way. Can you explain how? We're going to do a video in the next few days, but briefly just tell them a little about it, the feeding of it. You're going to have to help me with that video.
Well, you basically feed it in the top, and as you feed it in the top, the nutrients leaches down through to each one of them.
Yes.
And I mean that
it helps
we're also going to be putting some time release fertilizer in each tier.
Yes. And we're going to be using some of the Hoss seeds. And we also bought some plants to have some starter plants.
Get some starter plants and go ahead and get them going pretty quick.
And then we're going to have seeds in the others, but it's going to be freezing this week, so that video is on hold for about a week. But if you're interested in those, check out the link in the description below.
Let's see here. What time does the gathering start?
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Yeah, Central Time. Yeah. We're having Roots and Refuge is going to be one of our speakers, and we're working out some details on other things, maybe some panel classes where you can get to know other people that are there that have channels. And this one, you want to tell them what you're doing?
Sure. So we're going to have an essential oil table. We're going to have different things for people to try. You can smell things. You can make a roller ball for $5. We'll have some of those books that Wanda has been talking about. The Modern Essential books, we're going to have some of those, but it'll be limited. So if you already know you want one, let me know in advance, and I'll make sure we have enough. And it's going to be great.
Yeah. And Anna wants to know, she's coming in from Baton Rouge, wanted to know if it was late enough to drive in that day. So Baton Rouge is what, 2 hours away?
Baton Rouge is 4 hours away.
Yeah, if it's 9 o'clock.
3 and a half.
Maybe 3 hours from here. Baton Rouge is probably 3 because I went to Texas in 4. So yeah.
It's over the halfway mark.
Yeah, I think so. A lot of people are waiting. Even 70 Farms is coming, and she's bringing all her breads and stuff, and she's setting up a booth, so bring money for breads. Just saying, you can't go by that booth and not buy something. And she's coming from North Mississippi, and she drives what, 5 hours?
Yes.
And she gets up and comes that morning. She did last time, and she will this time. And she cooks all day the day before and brings her stuff with her. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, Baton Rouge would be doable that morning.
Jeremy, you would probably want to stake the stacky a little bit, maybe put a like a fence post down beside it and fasten it to it. Because he said the winds are bad out in Kansas to keep it from blowing it over.
I think in the video, I'm not 100% sure, but I think there is a way to kind of show how to stake it. The way it's made, Danny and I will check that out and see if
We'll
we can
check that
figure that
out,
out for the
yeah.
video, because that would be a good question to keep them from getting blown. The one I got has a base on it and it has rollers, so if you're on a patio, you can just roll it from place to place, which is pretty good. Thank you, Patty. She likes my earrings.
Oh, good.
Baton Rouge is a 2.5 hour
2.5
drive.
hours. My daughter would know. She
makes that regularly.
But they go all over the place. I don't go nowhere.
So
it's been years since I've been anywhere.
Yeah, so you know we don't go that much. So I don't know. I've been to Baton Rouge, but it's been on the way to somewhere else.
I think we're always going. When I went out in Mexico, I went through Baton Rouge, and went to Texas. I went to Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
I went to pick up a friend from the military who came in one time. Went to Baton Rouge, and then one time I just went to Baton Rouge to a water park. So I mean, it's
Laura, I haven't gotten anybody that said they wanted to do a booth for quilting yet. I had somebody ask the other night. It was a man asking me about it for his wife, but I've not heard from anybody. So if you are interested in doing a booth for quilting, that would be awesome, because I would love for that to be shown so that people would know what is involved in quilting and have a bunch of beautiful quilts there, even if you have them for sale or you just want to show them. So, oh, Brenda Duncan's gonna be -10 with the chill around
-20 to -20. I told y'all, you better the grand solar minimum is gonna take you out.
There's Steve. I forgot to. You didn't call Steve back, but explain to him right quick on the generator.
Oh, it's not working right now. I used to use it when I was doing construction, and it's got a lot of issues. I
meant to message you, but Amanda came in, and I told you I would forget.
Yeah.
That was he did. I did mention it.
She did tell me, but I'm running like a chicken with his head cut off around here.
Okay. Amanda, have you heard of the butterfly PT?
I'm drinking a cup daily. A Thailand friend has shared her flowers with me.
Have you heard of that? The butterfly?
No, I've not heard of a butterfly pea tree.
Tea.
No, that's kind of hard to say.
That is hard to say.
PT.
Okay.
Like a PT cruiser. It's hard to say PT.
I had a PT cruiser.
That's interesting, though.
That was it.
What are well? I'm curious what it's for.
Oh, Clara says she does quilt, but she's in the UK. It's just too far. Oh no, it's just across the big pond. It's on the other side.
Across the pond.
Yeah, you can fly it in about what? 12 hours? About 14 hours, I think. You can fly there.
Well, blogging at the conference, like a short class demonstration. No, I guess I'm assuming you're talking about essential oils. So if you want to learn about that, you can go to Freedom Essentials on Facebook, or you can email me. But no, I'm not going to be doing like a video or anything.
Of the
it's
conference,
just going to be like one-on-one while we're there. So if you have questions, come with your questions. But I'm not going to be having time to vlog or anything.
But
I'm not doing
we are this week. Amanda and I are starting a series. It's going to be coming out off and on.
Yes.
And it's going to be on Deep South on Saturdays, Freedom Acres the next Saturday. It's going to alternate for how many weeks?
A couple months.
For right at 2 months. We're also going to be doing videos off and on. We did a live one yesterday, and it was really on crazy days, and the phone is horrible, plus it was rainy, and everything was horrible. The video was good. We did a good job, but people couldn't see and couldn't hear very well, and so I took it down. But Amanda, you want to explain what we did yesterday so they kind of get an idea?
So we made a couple different things, and you can go to my channel and check out the video that'll come out in the morning to see what we made yesterday. But we made like a yogurt with lemon oil and put some sweetener in it and blueberries on top to make like a bark, and that was yummy. And then we made energy bites, and we did like it as we were making it. So it was like the recipe video, but we're not going to make it anymore. So
and what part of Mississippi were we in? South Mississippi,
Southern.
30 miles from the Gulf Coast.
30 miles north of the Mississippi Gulf Coast. There's some questions up there. Laura Lee said she made fresh butter this morning. Needs ideas on how to use a gallon or more of buttermilk a week. You can make biscuits. You can make
One thing you
You
could
can
do
drink cornbread and buttermilk at night.
if you have a dehydrator and you have the one that has
Yes.
the lip on it, you can dehydrate it and then store it for long-term storage. It's really good. And I used to buy powdered buttermilk
Good
and
Lord.
add it to stuff. So that dehydrating is one way. You can freeze it if you know you're not. I mean, if you're going to have it continually, you can feed it back to the animals.
Yeah.
But if you
Okay.
know you're not going to have it anymore, I'd freeze it for later.
Jennifer wants to know, how much does the Modern Essentials book cost?
How much will it be?
Normally it's up to $35, but I'm going to get a bunch in bulk. That's why I kind of want to know how many people, and the more I order at once, the cheaper it'll be. So I'm hoping it won't be more than $20-25, but we'll have to wait and see. Just depends on how many people.
Plan on 25,
Yeah.
and hopefully it'll be a little less.
It'll be cheaper than online though.
Yeah.
So
So can you cook and bake with the essential oils? That's one.
absolutely, we do it all the time. All the time.
What do we add? Did you add anything yesterday? I mean, well, we did to the bark. We added the
Yeah,
lemon.
That was the only thing yesterday, but
And
we've done like lavender cupcakes. We do oregano in our spaghetti sauce. All kinds of things. Anything you use your dried herbs for, you can use your oils for.
Okay, Shay. Shay wants to know, when's the best time to plant okra in Middle Tennessee? I thought she said orca a while ago. That's the reason I let it
Yeah,
go
I didn't know
past.
what that was.
But there is a plant called orca. But and can they also be planted in buckets? Yes, you can plant okra in buckets. But you have to wait to plant okra until the temperature of the ground is 70 or warmer, or it will not come up like it needs to. What a lot of people do is they start it indoors in little peat cups and transplant it to the garden or to buckets later.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Happy Monk if you want, or Happy Mom K.
Happy Mom.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mom. Happy Mom.
Sorry. Anyway.
Okay.
See, I told you I need the glasses.
We need the glasses. We had this
Oh, we
discussion
did.
before.
Yeah, we just got through having this discussion about how blind they were.
Yeah, anyway, so what was the question? Oh, she'd like a book. So if you would like a book, I need you to email me at amanda@myfreedommakers.com because I'm not going to remember from this live stream who wants one, and I'm just not going to be able to.
Texas Plow Girl wants to know about energy to help with fatigue. That's what we did yesterday, was the energy bite.
Yes, so right now we're doing like a maximize your metabolism on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, head over there, and we've got some different recipes and stuff to help you maximize your energy.
Well, she has an autoimmune disease now. Is it okay to use them with that?
You should email me and we can talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before you
do it.
I would need more details on like what's going on.
Yeah, but there are several that will help with the energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just it's in the description of our videos, so you can find it easy, Texas Plow Girl. And if not, email me and I'll get you with her.
Yeah. Amanda@myfreedommakers.com. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Sherry says that they're wanting to purchase 2 cows, her and her husband.
And chickens.
And chickens. They did it, her grandparents did it years ago, and they want to be able to raise their own meat. I think that's very admirable of you.
Awesome.
We're getting there.
We're doing the same exact thing.
We've got 2 pigs that need to be butchered right now, and we have, what, 3 or 4 turkeys left?
Yep, 3 or 4 turkeys
and
left.
then we're making turkey sausage.
Yep. We just got the fat today to make the turkey sausage.
If we would butcher the pigs first, we would have to.
Yeah, but that's got to go with the sausage for them. It's not, you know. Plus, we'll be rendering some.
This one, if y'all don't know, is so OCD that it is driving us crazy.
We're just telling him to loosen up and get over himself, but
he's
not working out.
so OCD. He has a process in his mind that everything has to follow, and that's why he's wanting to build this wall, because he intended to have this wall built yesterday.
Yesterday, but evidently God had other intentions.
Because it rained.
Yeah.
It stormed. It didn't rain. It stormed.
And today I had him in town because Amanda and
I was putting out flyers in town.
We're doing an essential oils class here in Wiggins. If anybody's anywhere close, the 2nd of February, that afternoon.
It'll be like come and go style, so you can stop in, talk for a little while. You don't have to be there the whole 2 hours, but you can if you just want to hang out. And then I'm willing to travel up to 2 hours in a radius from here. And
she is wanting to do personal classes. And
one-on-one type things is really what I prefer. I feel like it's more personal and I learn more about you and can help you better. So if you're in the area, let me know.
And if you're not in the area and you want to do online consultations, you do that too.
I do.
So that helps.
Sean, it depends on what kind of land you have. If it's 3.5 acres of luscious green pasture, you can raise a lot of goats and sheep on that. Now, goats, understand, are not grazers of grass. Goats usually eat from the shoulders up. If they begin to eat in the grass, they end up wormy. So as long as you keep the goats and the sheep off of the grass when it's wet in the mornings and not let them into the pasture until it dries up during the day, they can eat grass and do fine.
I saw their babies.
But the barber pole worm will climb 6 inches up on wet grass, and if they intake too much of it, then they'll end up wormy. Unless you divide the land up in paddocks and keep moving them from paddock to paddock so that they don't get an infestation in one paddock before you move them.
Yeah, two family popped in. Yes, Glenn says, rain, rain, go away. Danny wants to build.
That's right. I need to build.
We need the rain. And we also have a video coming up.
Tomorrow.
Is it coming up tomorrow?
About the tour of it?
No.
When is the tour of the barn coming up?
I think I postponed it.
Did you postpone it?
I don't know when it's coming up. But anyway, there's a tour of the barn coming up. There's some garden work coming up.
Oh yeah, we've been working in our garden. Yes.
And we just garden work coming up.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And
we worked in the garden. That's what's called work.
Yes, and then we
It's
have
a 4-letter.
You're not
I'm not giving the
away.
video away. It's a 4-letter word, and I have to be careful because I don't like using 4-letter words on a live stream.
But work is
There you go.
Work is a nasty word.
Especially it gets really dirty in the garden.
It does. It gets very
But
dirty.
it was awesome. And then we've what else?
I use painter's tape for squash bug eggs because then they don't hatch out.
Yeah, you can do
And
that,
it
or you
doesn't
can.
tear off the leaves.
There's lots of things when you first plant your squash. If you've got them in little containers first, or if they just come in the garden, you put aluminum foil around the bottom up about 3 inches up on them, 2 to 3 inches, and you can actually lay a board down beside them in the garden, and you can every day go out and flip that board over, and a lot of times those squash bugs will hibernate underneath that board, and you can actually kill them that way. And then do what Amanda says: you can double side your tape where the sticky's on the outside of it, and if you see the eggs under the leaves, you can just roll it under the leaves and get the eggs off of them.
They come off pretty easy.
Oh,
Yeah.
you want to
But
explain
then
about
you have to pop them.
the soapy water issue? Because you had so many comments.
Oh,
on
I
that.
had a lot of comments about that. Yes, I did. I followed the instructions on the internet to a T, but I don't think my plants are going to die completely because I'm noticing after all the leaves fell off, there's new little shoots coming out on the sides of it. So next time, we will probably only use 1 or 2 drops per gallon of water rather than a half a teaspoon per gallon.
Yeah. And Sunny South wants to know, have we started planting? And if so, what? No, we have not started planting, but we want to.
We will be planting and probably.
We have our potatoes.
We bought our seed potatoes today.
And we have some in the cellar.
We will be cutting them up to cure. I looked for the sulfur to put them in today and couldn't find it.
She said that she's planning to plant based on when
we
plant.
plant. Yeah. Well, we've got our potatoes that we bought. We've got
We've got to cut them and let them cure for about a week.
Yeah, but we got the ones in the cellar. You said we
don't have to cut those. Right.
Then we have the fingerling potatoes.
You're welcome.
Some of those have to be cut, and the ones in the cellar don't. So we're going to have some we bought, some we've saved.
Yeah.
We have our English pea seeds, so those will be the next thing coming up. I'm planning on working with the stacky, not stacky, what's it called? Green stalk.
Green stalk.
And getting it going, and then I'm planning on starting seeds. Haas Tools sent us a bunch of starter trays and stuff, so we're going to be starting a bunch of seeds in the greenhouse, and trying to get some things going. It'll be a little early, but we're going to see how it works. We got to get past this week in cold.
Debt-free Donna, yes, you can still trim your blueberry trees. It's not a problem. You still got time.
Rosie wants to know how you make butternut squash. Do you make butternut squash? Can you do it?
Yes.
Yeah. They're really good.
I've
I
baked
eat them all
them.
the time.
Yeah.
I've just simply cut them in half and put, if you want them sweet, you can add some sweetener of some sort and make them sweet and bake them. If not, you can add like seasonings to make them spicy. and
I
it's
cube
good.
mine.
You can cube
I
them.
cube them up and then I put them in a roasted pan with olive oil. And
Yeah.
firstly, because I think it's pretty. Like I don't care about the taste of it. It's just pretty to me. So.
Yeah.
And then it's roasted, and we like to just snack on it.
Yeah, and I do the roasted ones for Danny for lunch. Lots of times I cut ours like French fries, and do the same thing she does in the oven. But yeah, and then I've made like his sweet potato dessert. I just swap in butternut instead of sweet potatoes, and just use it any way you would a sweet potato.
Yeah.
You can make a pie. You can do all kinds.
Sean, what I do is I cut the eyes off of the big, hard, firm potatoes. I usually put 1 to 2 eyes per cut, and then I let them lay out to cure. That's actually called, if I get this right, it's called chitting. C-H-I.
No, wait, the chitting was putting them in. They did them different. Ours.
But then they put them in the sulfur stuff, and
I don't remember.
yeah,
that
they just put them in the sulfur stuff.
It might be.
Any potato that's already got the wrinkles on it, like it's starting to shrivel up a little bit, we do not cut those because they don't have enough starch in them to actually heal them over good. So that's, I guess, would be a better way to answer that, because the way you asked the question. Will rabbits eat potato plants? Usually they don't. Usually nothing eats a potato plant because it's a nightshade and it's usually poisonous. Now I have seen deer nibble on them and eat them off before, but it's not very common. If the deer got anything else to eat, they'll eat it.
Okay, hello, Mr. Ring. Butternut squash soup is really good.
Oh yeah.
So you can use the butternut squash almost any way you do. Sweet potatoes or squash or anything. It's according to whether you want it sweet or you want it spicy.
Denise says she has purchased her some organic fingerling potatoes thanks to Miss Wanda.
Yes, you're gonna love them. They grow. They're awesome.
They already have a buttery taste when you dig them out of the ground. It's like you don't even have to put no butter on them. They're already buttery.
Yeah, they're really
good.
And I do them like we do the butternut squash. I coat them in oil, bake them in the oven a little bit, and we eat them like French fries.
Yeah.
Only I leave them whole most of the time.
Florida Homesteader said his English peas are growing good. He's a little further south than we are, or they are, and they get to put them in the ground a little bit quicker than we do.
Yes, you do hear Sunshine in the background. She's playing right out here. So I'm keeping an eye on her. That's why I keep getting up and down.
How long do you cure potatoes?
Beth, we do it for about a week. And if you have any horticultural sulfur, it's actually more beneficial to the potato if as soon as you cut them, if you can dip them in a horticultural sulfur to help cure them. Plus, it provides the acidic soil right around the potato that they need to actually get a boost and get going good. It's just that today.
You cut the whole potato or just the part you cut?
Just the part that you cut.
Okay.
We couldn't find any today. We're going to keep looking.
Yeah, rabbits will eat sweet potatoes.
Yes, deer, rabbits, whatever. They'll all eat sweet potatoes.
Rabbits will eat broccoli. They will eat cabbage. Y'all, this is the first time we've had the prettiest broccoli and cabbage. We've been eating on it. And the chard, we had it for supper last night. We've been eating for 2 or 3 weeks. And my broccoli heads are big enough that we've got some really nice to eat on for the next week or two. And the cabbages are getting there. They're about maybe half the size they should be. And we're really enjoying the greenhouse. I'm going to have tomatoes before long.
Yeah, we got 2 or 3 more peppers coming on, so if the plant don't die before they mature.
What kind of peppers do you use to make sweet paprika? Wasn't it
sweet paprika?
Did you use the red Marconis?
Yeah, you could use a red Marconi. You could use a red bell pepper. You know, they just got to be mature. The pepper needs to be mature.
Yeah. It needs to be really red.
And it needs to be smoked really good.
And then dried.
And then dried on a dehydrator and then ground.
You got a whole process.
It's a process. If you like paprika that much, it's a really a process.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Look, what you buy in the store, don't even hold a candle to it.
We're going to have to make some at some point.
I know, but I'm telling you.
I want to try some. I pick my peppers green most of the time.
Yeah, Wanda can't keep
Danny's keeping my hands out of the orange ones.
She better not touch my peppers. I would chop her hands off.
He only lets me get them when they're totally orange and ready to eat.
Ready to eat.
Thanks, Mr. Ray.
Yes. So What else have we got going on? I forgot now if I've got anything else.
You have any
on
more? You got
our-
the corn. What's that corn thing there? You got.
Oh,
we've
you
got
want to
grind
show?
corn.
Yeah, we've got a grind
We've
corn,
got to do
but
that.
Nope, not there. Move over. Move over. There you
This-
go. You'll get it right before it's over.
you want to explain just briefly because we're going to do a
But
video.
there's a video about this. But this was a table that belonged to my family, probably 60 years ago, maybe. And there's a video coming up about this table. And this is its condition at the moment.
Yeah, and the reason we went and got the table
Was because of this right here. We have a corn sheller, not a corn. This is a corn grinder. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and we should have done a video like 3 months ago on this, and we just
Yeah, we
everything
posted
kept
last time.
happening. So now we are going to be
We're going to be grinding
Grinding.
corn and cornmeal with this particular piece of equipment. And thank you to the individuals who actually sent that.
And Danny's going to be refinishing that table, not refinishing, but he's going to be working on it when we get through grinding, and we're
Bless
gonna
you.
Thank you.
we're gonna do the whole video on that too with the story.
Do you have an electric fence?
Do we have an electric fence around our broccoli? We have an electric fence around our broccoli, but it's not hooked up. And
It's the netting.
it's the netting that actually is keeping the animals away. We don't have any problem with anything coming through it.
Yeah, for right now, it's been really great this year. That is at the table that was at the fruit stand,
Yes.
is it?
That
Okay.
belonged to my grandfather.
Yes. Yes, it is a neat old table with a lot of history.
Yeah,
and
it'll be some exercise.
good arm exercise. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Yeah,
take
because we
turns.
got quite a bit we want to do right
Yeah.
now. and-
We're
Well,
we're
the
going-
deal was we'll let you use our corn grinder on your corn, Amanda, if you'll grind all of ours.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to take turns.
See, now she's reneging.
It's gonna be a workout for sure.
Okay, Beth says we want to plant English peas for the first time. When should we plant? Beth, as long as there's not snow and ice on the ground and the ground is workable with a piece of equipment, you can plant English peas in the early part of the winter or late part of the winter because the plant itself can stand the cold. It's just that when you want to time it so that when it blooms, it's not blooming when it's cold.
Hey, eyes of my heart. I hadn't seen you in a while. Wow. Thank you for joining in, Slide It.
Oh, that's Mr. Van.
Oh,
I have
go
to
take
it.
that.
Yep.
Okay, we'll excuse him. He has to answer that.
Hello.
Mignon,
Yeah, how
oh,
you doing, sir?
somebody else.
We've had netting catch snakes before too.
Yes, the netting caught Hank too.
Yeah. Woo,
Um,
that was scary.
Yeah, but I've kind of got it rearranged because Danny was working in the garden the other day, so I've rearranged the netting, and so Hank can go around it and stuff. And when he's out, we stay in the back most of the time. He doesn't go to the front that often. What was the table used for? It looks like an old processing table with the galvanized. We're going to explain that in the video. It's pretty cool, and so I'm not going to give it away right now, Mr. Ray. Danny has wanted that table for a long time, and his mom had told him he could have it, and we just never went out and got it, and she passed away almost 3 years ago, or a little over 3, I believe. And so when we needed a table for the grinder, to use the corn grinder, we talked to his family and everybody was okay with him going ahead and getting it now. So we did. We went and got it, and I've got video of them toting it out of the building and all that kind of stuff. So we hope to have a video. I'm really getting behind in videos right now. And YouTube messed up yesterday.
That was crazy.
YouTube would not put any of our videos. It wasn't just us. It was across the board, lots and lots of channels. Nobody was getting notifications. It wasn't even going up on our page lots of times. And so if you guys did not see the video yesterday, please go back and watch it, because I did not put one up today because we did this video.
Right.
But did you put one up yesterday?
No, it's gonna come up tomorrow.
Yeah, she
About
didn't
what
put
we
one
did
up.
yesterday. All the food we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
We're gonna have that over here tomorrow.
And so we're going to be doing the essential oils class, and we're doing lots. And I went all over the place
It's
today.
gonna be fun.
I've hit every business in town with flyers and stuff. And so on the 2nd, we're going to just be having a lot of fun showing people if they show up.
They will.
Somebody's got to show
They
up.
will.
Just saying.
Ah.
If you live within an hour, hour and a half radius of Wiggins, come join us. Show your support because we would love to have you.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a
I
lot of
bet.
fun. Thanks, Denise. I'm glad it was a hit. She tried the oatmeal. We try to cook out of our food storage as much as possible because it just makes life easier.
Mhm.
And then you get to rotate it. You should always stock what you use and then use it and restock.
Restock. Keep dates on it.
Right.
We talked about that yesterday. Dates are extremely important.
And writing what's on it, what it is.
Yes. And Beth made her 6x9 squares yesterday. Good. Well, Amanda and I were talking about it because if you don't realize, and she didn't realize this, when Danny and I married, his previous wife Debbie had passed away, and she did a lot of canning. Plus, Danny did a lot of canning before I got here, and the cellar was totally stocked. But some of it had no years on it whatsoever, and none of it had anything written on it. And so, okay, I know what a green bean is, and I know what a carrot is, and I know what peas are. But when you start looking at some of the fruits and stuff, you have no clue what it is if there's nothing written on it. And then we had no clue of the date. I know Danny's wife Debbie knew when she walked down there, she knew what this was, and she knew how long it had been there, and she knew if she rotated it and things like that. But when she wasn't here, I didn't know that when I came in 2 years later. And so I knew everything had to be more than 2 years old at least, and most of it was at least 3 years old. So we were working with something that was at least 3 years old, and we were having to test everything and figure out if we wanted to keep it. So we ended up having to throw out probably about 100 jars of food that was questionable.
That broke my heart.
Yes, it
I'm
was.
glad I wasn't here.
And so
I would have cried.
it was really hard. So we were talking about,
yes,
even I write green beans on top of green beans. I mean, and carrots on top of carrots, and I put the date simply because I don't know who's coming after me.
Yeah, well, and you don't ever know what's going to happen. I could be down here and something happened, and I never make it home, and my parents be up there with all my canned food, and be like, oh, I don't know what this was, or I don't know when she did this, or
and they have
so
no
I thought,
clue.
I need to go home and make sure. Now I do always put the date, but I don't always write what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So especially with fruit, I can see that being a little iffy. Especially like when I make my like pie fillings and things like that.
They wouldn't know that.
Like, is that a blueberry? Is it a blackberry? Is that? I mean, because it's dark and you can't really tell. And I hadn't thought about that. So
yeah, and so always put what's
that
on it. And if something happens, like if something happened to me and Danny needed to know, he had to say I was sick in bed, and I say, okay, go get some peas from the cellar, and he didn't know what peas were if he had no clue. We're just pretending.
Maybe he had some kind of limited gardening amnesia.
If I said, well, say for instance, like black-eyed peas. If I said go get black-eyed peas, and he goes down there and there's like 5 different kinds of peas.
Or like the red ripper peas. They look kind of similar.
They both look alike. I've even looked at things and picked up the red rippers a couple of times for black-eyed peas. And if I didn't write on top, I wouldn't know the difference. Yeah.
And well, after you can, things change their color.
Yes.
So they look a little different. And
so always put on the date and what is in it.
So Time for Living was asking about the wall because they got in late. So the wall thing is about Danny not having time. And he's always telling us, I don't have enough time. I can't do everything. There's only one of me.
But he wants to build the last wall on the barn.
Right. And so he's just like, I don't have time. I need to go do this and all this stuff.
We were telling him.
We were kind of messing with him. We kind of gang up on him, don't we?
Yeah. The deal is, I had him in town all day, and then when we get here, I said, okay, it's 30 minutes and we need to go live. And he said, but I got to build my wall.
And so, all day it's been about the wall. I got to get my wall built. Let's get that wall built. I'm building my wall. I'm building the wall.
And we do give him a hard time, y'all. Yeah, we do go help him if he needs it.
Yeah, we both offered. So Cynthia, the loofah gourds, I have actually done those on my channel. So if you want to head over there, a lot of people call them different things. So here, like loofah gourds. They're also called Chinese okra. No, they're not okra, but people call them that.
You can eat them in the beginning stages.
Yeah, when they're little, we actually like to peel them, and ours had the ridges, So there are different kinds.
Yeah.
But we would peel them and slice them up like cucumbers in a salad. And it was really, really yummy.
Well, see, I used to
I
grow.
love
I
them.
can grow them here. Danny and I are growing them this year, I believe.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
But
You'll have to
I
send me
used to
one.
grow them where I used to live, about an hour away, and I didn't know they were loofahs. What was given to me, it was as a Chinese okra. So when they were just small, about yay long, I would slice them up and fry them like okra. I would coat them and fry them literally like okra, and it is
They're
awesome.
so good.
My kids loved it.
We liked them raw and like you did with the battering and everything, all kinds of ways.
Hey, Peaceful Inspirations and Homestead Hippie.
Canned
Tunnel
foods,
Vision, yes, he
Yes,
is Jennifer. He's
very.
very,
It's like
very.
we're doing this right now and we cannot deviate. So home canned goods can last for a very, very long time. We actually tried. How old were those pickles? 8 years old.
8 years old, I
Something
think.
like that.
I have a video on Crazy Days
And they
where
were so
Amanda and I.
fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
they were strong as far as the vinegar
very
taste
strong.
was
It was
real strong.
Very potent.
But you could
For sure.
still use them. You could still eat them. You could still put them in your
We could have made them like
potato
chopped them up,
salads,
potato salad, that
egg
kind of thing.
salads, anything
Yeah.
like that. It would have
Would have
worked.
been fun.
Um,
But the key with home canned foods is to just use your senses. You want to use all of your senses. You want to smell it, look at it, taste, like you can dip your finger in it, make sure nothing's weird. You want to look at the jar.
Make sure nothing's growing in it, that you don't
common
see
sense,
stuff.
and your nose will tell you a lot.
And if it's questionable, always pitch it.
Yeah, if you think, or if you're worried about it, like maybe you're just paranoid and it's 5 years old and that's it for you. That's okay. You do
Most
what
everything
you think is best for
here
your family.
is used within 3 years.
Mhm.
But we do
Don't
have
rotate.
some that is 5 years old, and everything I've opened so far has been fine. We've only lost, in all the canning we did last year, we did well over, I know, 1,000 jars or more, pretty close last year. I only lost 1 or 2 to coming unsealed later.
Yeah.
And I canned lard back a while back, and Danny was sitting in the dining room last week, and he heard something pop, and it sounded like a jar sealing, but it must have unsealed. And I went in, and when I heard it, I went and checked all of them to see if anything was unpopped, and I didn't find anything. But a day later, I did find one of the lards that had unpopped. So I brought it in for us to use, because I know lard can sit even not sealed for months, like 5 or 6 months, and not go rancid.
Right.
But when he went to use that lard the next morning, he smelt it in the pan. When it got hot, you could smell the rancid smell.
Yeah.
So we trashed the whole
Just
thing,
toss it if it's questionable.
and
Don't
he
even
washed
chance
out
it.
the pot and everything and started all over. So you will know, smell, sight, taste.
Yes.
Something will be off if
Denise,
it's bad.
I would throw that Windex in the trash if I were you. It is full of toxins. Don't be spraying that on your skin, honey. You can use lemon, lavender, and peppermint. We keep it in a roller and roll that on our skin instead. I don't even wash my windows with Windex. We use lemon oil instead.
Yeah.
Works great, streak free. Put a little baking soda in it with the water. You can use vinegar in it too if you want to, and some lemon, and streak free. So yeah, don't spray that on your skin.
Are we doing some any household cleaner type things? We could do a couple of videos on household cleaner type, because we have a whole list of things that is so much easier.
Someone asked if some foods, home canned foods, last longer than others. I am not
Tomatoes and green beans. In the video, we're going to be doing about the table, Danny's grandfather's table. I'm going to show you some of the canned goods that his mom put up, and they have to be, I swear, they have to be 10 years or older. Now, some of them are bad. Some of them may be even 15 years old, because I'm not 100% positive, but Danny and I have been married almost 6 years, and whatever was put in that shed had to have been way prior to the 2 years he stayed with them. So that would have been 8 years. So, you know, that's long. So I'm going to show y'all what some of that looks like, and give you an idea of that. That's coming up probably in it might be even 2 weeks or better, because we've got so much going on right now. Other than marigolds, what can I plant to deter pest? Garlic and onions and
any of those potent herbs.
Rosemary.
Yeah, we use a lot of herbs to deter in our garden. So like basil.
Basil, if you've got tomato plants and peppers, basil plants right in. Last year we planted basil in between all our tomatoes, and I had basil galore.
Yes. Yes,
Mint.
Mint's a good one.
Is another one I have planned.
And if you're somewhere and you either don't have access to herbs or you can't get them to grow or anything like that, you can use your essential oils in a spray bottle. I've done that before with peppermint and sprayed and gotten rid of aphids that way. So you can use those that way as well.
Lou had beans that she canned 2 months ago and that went bad.
They may not have sealed properly. I mean, something could have happened in the canning process because that's not normal.
I usually don't have any problem with beans.
We keep beans for years and it's not a problem. So it may have been that there was a defect in the jar, like around the top. If there was a crack or anything, something could have gone awry.
One thing, always, Lou, when you're canning, Danny and I found this. Some of the jars, like when you buy the jars that already have the flats and the rings on them, check every one for any minor dent because they move those jars around so much.
Right.
Danny and I had to throw out, 90% of the time we throw out the flat that comes with the jar because there's a ding on it somewhere. And lots of times the rings will have a dent in them. Right. We throw those rings out and we use rings we already had that we know are good because the flats that come with the jars are crappy.
Yeah, it's just not worth it. I mean, why put all that into you've got this food that you've grown yourself, you've labored over it, and you're just going to put it in something and not be sure? I wouldn't chance it either.
No, I wouldn't chance it. And the only beans I've ever had that went that went bad was I did the green lima beans.
Mr. Rain said that he uses garlic in his popcorn. What? We're going
garlic
to try
popcorn?
that.
Yes, we're going to do popcorn tonight.
So for our family, we always do like the sugar in it, like the turbinado sugar, and we do like a sweet version. I've never even thought about garlic.
Oh yeah,
hey, Tamara.
It'd be great. Hey Tamara.
Looking forward to meeting you.
Yes, and so I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, canned goods. The only beans that I had. Let me move over.
Yeah.
We kind of adjusted because we're here.
That's all right. I'm sorry, guys. I had a meeting with LS Tractor just now. So.
Did you?
Yeah.
Anything to share?
Not yet.
All my harnesses are all in, and I explained to them that I actually discovered the problem.
Did you?
And they were really happy about that.
They think they.
And so now we're flying a tech in.
Wow.
To
somewhere.
Well, he'd be coming from North Carolina. To actually.
He actually knows that too. This stuff.
Well, he would have found out.
Yeah, and he'll be specifically going over my tractor with a fine-tooth comb. So.
Good.
And they thanked me for locating the problem. They thought. So.
Did you tell them what it was, or?
Yep. They said more than likely, yes, that was the problem. I said, well, after having my tractor in the shop for a year, and me looking at it for about, 45 minutes?
Yeah, but you didn't notice it till then, but it had to get to the point that it was really bad to notice what it was. So we hope we have the tractor fixed.
We will have it fixed. But I'm having to wait to find out when a tech can be flown in, and I got to schedule my schedule with their schedule because I'm not going to give it up for the length of time that I did before. I'm very adamant about that now. I'm taking notes on it. It's mine, and I want it the way I want it when I want it.
Hey, Stringfield Ridge.
Oh.
Yes, Mr. Rain's talking about garlic popcorn. So now Amanda and I are wanting to add garlic to our butter. And
I have actually had garlic popcorn before.
It's good.
It's really good.
So we're doing.
It really is. You mix it in with the butter when you put the butter in. Actually, I crushed mine first and put it in with the butter.
So we're going to be doing our popcorn pop, our whirly pop tonight. That was something we wanted to do.
I love my sugary popcorn. Like, it's one of the few sweet things I do.
So we can do both.
We might have to do both.
Yes.
I don't know if I want to smell. My fingers still smell like garlic from yesterday.
I love garlic and mashed potatoes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, garlic is a natural antibiotic.
And if
I call it antioxidant.
I just don't like to. I'm not disputing that. I agree with you. I just don't like to smell like it.
You don't like to smell like garlic.
Well, most young women don't, but I mean,
it's not the same.
When you get to be older, actually, when you have the garlic scent on you, you don't have to worry about mosquitoes down south. So that's one reason people who, if you have problems with mosquitoes, just start eating on some garlic or rub it on your skin a little around on you. They go away. They don't mess with you. Yeah, you make a necklace or whatever. Then people, if you don't, vampires and people that you don't like or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, they always.
If you don't want a boyfriend, just wear the garlic.
Well, maybe I should go for it then.
Yeah, just wear the garlic. It'll work.
So milk and garlic when
She's
Her
sick.
mom is sick.
Yes, because the garlic gives you all
But with
the
the milk, I'm surprised.
yeah, but I mean it's a way to get it down without really just
Garlic
eating
eaten alone is extremely hot.
So most of it
Saute
is.
it.
I'm talking about, but if once you saute it, it loses its properties.
It loses
Only
a
when
lot
it's
of it.
raw
Is it got the majority?
It's got
of
the
its-
majority of its properties.
Just swallow it.
Yeah, Mr. Rain, we're hoping it gets fixed too. Somebody's asking, does Vicks really work? I've had
For
nothing.
vine borers?
Vicks salve? Is that what you're talking about? I wouldn't put it
I
on my
have
plants.
Never used Vic salve for vine
But
borers.
maybe you could put it around on something and they wouldn't.
Now, if you put it on the aluminum foil that you put around it to prevent them from getting in it, and just put it on the aluminum foil, it might discourage the scent. I don't know, but you know, Danny,
we'll try.
He's gonna try it.
Yes, Tammy, I thought about that this morning when I woke up and still smelled it, but last night I didn't think about it.
The lemon?
No, rubbing your hands on stainless steel. Like, my spoons are mostly stainless steel. So normally it just takes care of itself and I don't even think about it.
Yeah, we have a lot of stainless in there of stuff.
But I just didn't think about it.
Mr. Rain has 50%
garlic running through his veins. Well, I hear you.
You're gonna live forever.
You'll live forever. You won't have
that.
anybody. You won't have no friends. You won't have nothing. But you'll live forever.
You'll outlive everybody.
Oh, baby.
The white picket fences, they are sick today.
They just woke up. Well, I can't say bless your heart because that ticks some people off. So
Does it
may
really?
God bless you.
I mean, as a Southern person,
Yeah, because I did that to
I'm
Julianne.
kind of offended that they're offended.
I did that to
Well,
Julianne from Dirt Patch Heaven, and she looked at me and she said,
thought we were offended.
She said, I can't believe you just said that to me.
You're kidding.
And I was like, well, bless your heart. And she's like, she was offended because where she comes from, it's an insult.
Okay, as a Southern woman, I can verify that it is not
an insult.
I mean, it's just what we say. It means. Well,
it can mean 3 or 4 different things.
It depends on the context and the way you say it.
Yeah.
You can say it all, oh, bless your heart, you know, and you can.
You're just being sweet.
It's in the South, it's the only place in the world that I know of that you can really, really sound like you're just loving on somebody and insult the heck out of them.
No,
I mean, you get to be really ugly and be really sweet.
And don't really mean it, and people take it the wrong way.
No, you can mean it, and you still sound like a nice person, but you just insulted them up one side down the other.
Yeah, I can be very sarcastic sometimes.
Because we just have a way.
Yeah.
If in the South we're not had the continuous cold temps, so I'm afraid snakes will be out by the hundreds. It's possible.
Well, she's in Louisiana.
Oh yeah, they have it worse.
Yeah, they got.
Oh, okay.
Now we have a few snakes over here, but not that bad.
Yeah. Okay, so Denise says they
wash your hands in toothpaste. It helps to take the smell out.
Oh, this is about the Vicks. You can rub it on the underside of the plant where the sun doesn't hit it.
But wouldn't the plant absorb it and it like your dishwashing liquid?
Well, it's like eucalyptus or anything else. Or mint or anything. It's pretty strong.
But I mean, would you want it on the underside of your plants? What I'm saying.
I don't know. I may take one plant this year and just experiment. I may put it in a bucket and just see.
Somebody's saying chop your garlic, don't swallow it whole. Yeah, you chew. You can actually just take a garlic clove and put it in your mouth and just kind of bite into it every now and then. Just hold it in your mouth for a while, and it does kill germs, and it kind of helps the insides really well.
Snakes are just part of life in the South. I mean, they exist, we exist, we coexist.
We coexist together,
Get rid of them when you see them. And
I've stepped on several this year.
Yeah, and if you don't like them, you get rid of them.
Some people eat them.
We dispatch them, all of them.
Yeah.
Usually.
Oh, yeah.
That's an ugly baby, bless their heart.
Bless its heart.
Yeah, you wouldn't say it's an ugly baby. You just go, oh, bless his heart.
Yeah.
Glenn from Oklahoma says you can wash your hands in vinegar to get rid of the garlic scent.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't heard
and lemon.
You can use lemon. Lemon I know works on fish.
I've always done lemon. That's something I would do would be lemon. Okay, so I'm guessing you want to build a fence?
Wall.
A wall.
I mean a wall. I'm sorry, you want to build a wall.
Yeah.
We have heard nothing but about this wall.
This wall has got to be built.
Well, the wall in the community that I'm building out here, walls are becoming a big issue. Across the road over here, we have the Laurie family who has built the Great White Wall
of
Boone Road. And I mean, when you come down here, it's like the Wall of China, it's like the Berlin Wall, it's like the Wall of Trump's building. You're going to see that wall.
It's the giant white wall of Boone Road.
All because of barking dogs and a
That's it.
Okay, let's just leave it at that. And now I'm building my wall. So we all need walls, and everybody always said people put walls up around themselves.
Boundaries.
And boundaries, yes. Walls are good.
But you want a specific wall.
I want a specific wall.
For a specific purpose?
For a specific purpose, to do a specific job at a specific time.
And
in
that
a
is?
specific place.
And
that is?
For a specific animal.
Yes.
And what is this wall for? Just to recap.
This wall is to keep my cows underneath the barn and keep the weather off of them so that they might have a nice place to live in comfort and peace.
And
this is the final wall, y'all.
And the goats can have their place to live without all the animals. See, we're not like old MacDonald's farm here or Noah's Ark or whatever you want to call it. I mean, all right now, all of our animals is kind of like Noah's Ark. They're all in one spot.
Not all of them, only two of them. The cows
and the goats.
The cows and the goats and the pigs are all in one spot.
The pigs are back there.
They're all in one place.
I forgot they were there.
And then I have 2 pigs that are off to themselves down here that's going to go to freezer camp, and they're all excited about that. But I've got to get them separated because it's baby time. You know, it's time for babies to be born.
Yes.
And so we got to get them all separated because I don't want cows picking on the baby goats.
Mr. Rain says the Laurie family has questionable neighbors. Us?
No, it's not us.
He's just being funny.
I understand what he's doing.
But it was funny.
We're trying to add this one as a neighbor, y'all.
We will see. Let's not.
We're working on it.
We're working on some things.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
No big announcements yet.
Nope, no big announcements.
Nothing has been.
Nothing's in concrete.
Nothing happened.
We just keep asking
We just keep asking and begging and pleading and, you know.
And Danny will build a wall.
And I'll build a wall for you.
What kind of wall do you want?
Well, let me think about it.
Let her think about that.
Think about what kind of wall I would want.
Yeah.
She's gonna want a wall.
She's gonna want a wall of some kind, I know.
I do like privacy.
She wants a privacy wall. Okay, that's a start.
Now you see, Red Dutch's farm has an idea there. It says I need a pair of donkeys that will bray on command and pasture. Pasture them out front. And see how the dog's neighbors enjoy that. Because there's nothing that, like, if I walk out at 2 o'clock in the morning and give them a command and you hear that, you know, they start going off, people will wake up.
It would drive you crazy too, though, eventually.
Well, no, because I would be the one, I put my earmuffs on, I'd be the one doing it.
It would backfire on you.
Yeah, it'd probably make her crazy, and then I'd have to get rid of her and keep the donkeys.
Yes.
If it drove her crazy, it'd drive you crazy.
Yeah.
You'd hear about it.
Yeah.
You would hear about it. Okay, we have no roosters right now because this one got
That
really...
right there, we can't have roosters. Deep South Freedom Acres. That has a ring to it.
Gets her vote. His vote. Well, we've been trying to figure out how to incorporate Deep South Family Home, Laurie Family Homestead. It don't
We're
work.
gonna have to have a community name.
Well, that's what we're trying to build a community here. We're trying to create, you know, paradise, and we've got a glitch in paradise right now.
Oh,
that's just crazy. Okay, so.
I know you can hear them for miles, Mark, because I hear we have a neighbor that has one way down the road, and I hear his.
And we could get donkeys really easily.
We could get donkeys for free because we had somebody tried to give us some
several times.
Yeah.
We could get.
It was the crossback donkeys. I remember.
Yeah, they told us we could have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 if we wanted them.
Let's put a pin in that one, people. Let's put a pin in that.
Yeah, they said we could have them if we wanted them.
Todd said he didn't know he made it on his farm without a front end loader. Neither do I, Todd. I agree 100%. That thing does all my lifting. As a matter of fact, I'm fixing to use it in just a few minutes to do some more lifting for me.
Yes. So Dexter calves are called cow puppies because they are so small and cute.
We're hoping we have a cow puppy.
Yes.
Cow puppies. Oh, I love that. It's just
you are Deep South Mr. Doolittle.
I'm Mr. Doolittle from Deep South.
Deep South Doolittle. He's getting there. The Laurie Family Homestead at Deep South Homestead. Pretty much, they're in and out.
Cow puppies. Oh, can't you just say
We
that all
hope to
day?
have
Yeah.
one.
I hope we have a cow puppy.
It's cute.
She
They
looks
are.
pregnant.
I ain't
We
heard
just
of that
don't
one.
know. Our 3 goats are definitely going to have babies next month, or within a month to a month and a
Sunshine
half.
can't wait. She wants to see the babies.
So we're gonna have goat babies.
The way here, she was like, "Are they gonna have their babies yet? Are they gonna wait until we get there? Are they having them while we're there?" She had so many questions.
Well, I can't promise you
I was like,
exactly.
"Oh, well."
Yeah.
Yeah, Jan, see, the donkey would turn my cane mill.
Oh, now that's nice.
Well,
Yeah.
if you trained it,
Well,
it can't be a wild one. Just
Dangle a carrot.
just
Does that
dangle a
work?
carrot in front of his face.
yeah. So, okay, we gotta let you go build a wall.
I gotta go build a wall.
We gotta work on oils.
No, Amanda's gonna pour concrete.
Oh, is she doing that first?
Yep. She said
Okay.
she
That's what I like to
volunteered.
do. Yeah, while you're doing your homestead box.
Yeah,
No.
we do
No.
have a homestead box.
We have a
to do.
homestead box that needs to be done, but we're pouring concrete first. I gotta build that wall, and I gotta make sure that.
I'll try to
told
speed things along.
We've been trying to diversify. Each one of us
Yeah.
have a task, and he won't have
Divide
it.
and conquer.
He has to build that wall.
He's got to be
Yeah.
hands-on with the wall.
I mean, really, that's just wrong. But you're gonna get
I
your
think
wall.
it's funny. To me, it's hilarious.
Mhm.
It's hilarious.
All right, so we gotta go.
Gotta
Yeah.
build the
And
wall.
We will get back
We'll
with
take
you
pictures,
guys.
right?
Yes, I'm gonna have some pictures. That's the
wall.
last final wall on the barn until you think of something else.
It won't take long. He's got projects stacked up.
Well, I can't start the cabin
Yeah.
until
Till he
the
finishes
wall's built.
Well, you want to redo the smokehouse, right?
I mean, I gotta redo my smokehouse.
He's not redoing the. You're building the.
I'm
cabin.
building the cabin first, though, because she's done told me
Well,
that
just put her foot down.
she's put her foot down in my mouth and
No.
and told me that. See, you know why I wear a hat? I used to didn't wear a hat. I wear a hat now
Here we go.
because
We just thought
I've got scars and protrusions on my head. Don't be showing these people my battle scars.
You just don't have any hair up there, and
And I lose all the time because this woman stomp a mud hole in your face.
Well, in all fairness, we did tell them that we'd been ganging up on you, and so
They
Yeah.
have.
yeah,
They have
they're
been
probably
ganging up
feeling
on me.
sorry for you.
I've got 3 women in my house right now, and I'm the only male here. And
And he had a tea party with
I
one
had-
of
I had
us.
He did.
I had a tea party with one the other day.
Yes. It was sweet.
Ms. Sunshine and I had a tea party.
Yes.
And
Did we have video, or did we even?
We did not.
We did not. Okay, so we're gonna
Uh,
have to
We'll have to take
redo
some
the tea
pictures.
party.
yeah,
You're gonna have to have another tea party.
I don't know. I think one was enough.
No, I think
What?
we gotta have another.
I
tea
actually
party.
sat down and read her a book.
Yeah, it was funny. You want to tell them about reading Sunshine a book?
I read
last night?
Sunshine. She brought me this book and said, Danny, can you read me this book? My mama always reads me this book. And I said, sure, sweetheart. So I sat her in my lap.
And I go, Danny doesn't know how to
And
read.
she looked at Sunshine and Wanda did and says, well, Mr. Danny don't know how to read. And she just kind of had that look in her eyes and she said, you don't know how to read? I said, no. I said, but I'm gonna tell the story. And I looked and it was a story about these little bears. And I actually I said, once upon a time there was 2 little bears and they were headed toward a red barn. It had a giant woodpecker on a post. And she said, no. She said, that's not what that book said.
It wasn't, was it?
And I told her, I said, well, how do you know? I said, can you read? And she said, no. I can't read, but I know that's not what it says.
You
So-
did too.
Yeah, so she was right. And when I read the real story, we had a good time.
Yeah, she knew you were
She knows
telling
her
her.
stuff.
Yeah.
Tell them hi.
Say hi.
Tell them what you've been doing.
Dressing up, it looks like, huh?
Yeah, she's got
stickers in her hair.
stickers in her hair,
Been playing dress up.
and she's got beads on, and
Yeah. Getting fancy.
and she decorated some of the yogurt bar with what yesterday? What'd you put in them?
Hello, Pam. From Loosedale.
You remember what fruit?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, cool.
What was it? Say it real loud.
Blueberries.
Blueberries. That's
Yeah.
it. She did all the
Love
blueberries
blueberries.
for us.
A bunch of
Okay.
people are telling you hi, honey.
And they said they send
Hi,
you
sunshine.
Hugs.
hugs and
Hugs.
you
Hugs.
said you're as cute as a little bunny.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. So we've got to get back to work too. And somebody says, "Hey, Sunshine." Miss Laura said, "Hey."
Yeah.
Miss Crystal.
Awesome.
So, and Kelly, I see a lot of people said, "Hey."
They're all telling you hello.
Mommy's little twin. Yes, she is. She is like me in more than one way. More than just the looks have transferred here.
Yeah.
She looks like me, and she
Acts
has my
like her.
personality.
She acts like her. Yeah. We've had those discussions.
Yes, we have. It's gonna be fun.
Yep.
Teenage year's gonna be a blast.
Teenage years will be a blast.
Yes, Miss Jan said hi too.
Yeah.
Hey, Charlotte.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
So you're gonna have to do that.
I'll have to do what?
I can do it.
Okay,
Oh.
guys. We will see y'all later and look for videos on Amanda's channel,
Yes,
Freedom Acres,
tomorrow and probably in the future.
and look on Crazy Days for videos. Check out our Facebook group, Freedom Essentials,
Yes,
for
on
any
Facebook.
oil information.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
stick with Danny on Deep South Homestead.
And if you're in the area, come see us next Saturday afternoon, 2 to 4. If you
Yes.
need directions or instructions how to get to where we
Contact
are,
us. They have an
let's
essential
know.
oil class.
It's gonna be fun. I hope
Yeah.
to meet several of y'all.
And tell them bye.
You say bye. Can you wave?
Can you wave? Say bye.
Say bye. You wanna throw a kiss?
Bye.
You can throw a kiss if you want. Bye, y'all.